And we're live. Hello, guys. It's Kuya Sok coming to you live from New York. Isa akong retired na teacher, originally from Bohol in the Philippines, and has been an online business mentor for over a year now. And tonight, I'm being joined by another retiree. Kaka-retire lang niya from her corporate job, and she's been doing so well as a leader and mentor in the world of online business that I'm also in, and she's going to enlighten us and inspire us, of course, with her own journey in the world of online business. So please help me welcome Yang Rapusa Harland from Ontario, Canada, guys. I'm gonna put her on the stage. Hi, Yang. Kumusta?
Hello, hello, good evening sa inyong lahat. Thank you, Noy, for inviting me. I'm so honored. Thank you so much.
Okay, Yang, maraming salamat for granting my request. I noticed that you're very busy. Okay. You also have your own go live, and you have a lot of schedules for that one. And I really appreciate you for granting me a portion of your available time to with me tonight. Okay. Because you're also a retiree, you just retired, you started your business before you retire, and now you're retired and still thriving and enjoying and leading your group as a mentor in the world of online business. There's a lot to say about that on your end, and I'm sure our audience will be enlightened and inspired by your own journey. Right? So
Yes.
let's get into it. Yang, please tell us your story.
Let me introduce myself first. Good evening, good afternoon, good morning, good afternoon, everyone. Thank you so much for joining us tonight. If you're catching us this live or watching the replay, we truly appreciate you being here. My name is Ying Harland, and I just retired, as per Noy mentioned. I just recently retired. I'm actually just into my 1 month of my retirement. But I'm also someone who started exploring the digital business space because I wanted to create more options for my future, especially when it comes to time freedom, flexibility, and preparing for retirement. So, like many other people, I realized that relying on just one income may not always be enough, especially with the rising cost of living. That's why I became curious about learning new ways to build an additional income stream online while I was still working full time. And now that I'm retired, I can actually focus on this more. Thank you, Sok.
Great, thank you so much, Ian. So I hope you don't mind me asking if is this early retirement for you, or because you worked in the corporate world for like 30 years,
Yeah.
or is it like a decision like I had enough of my corporate job. I think I have to focus on the business, or is this like an early retirement also?
Well, in Canada, we early retirement starts at 55,
Oh,
and
okay. Mhm.
yeah, you can actually retire at 55 if you want.
Mhm.
But you can starting from 55 you can retire, but
Oh,
technically you should be retiring at 65. I'm not 65 yet, so so yeah, it could be you can consider it as early retirement.
right. Okay. I'm 60 years old, and mine is also early retirement. So, well, I have to ask that because it's very significant in our online business community because a lot of us have retired as early as in their 20s, 30s. Our guest yesterday in your own Go Live retired age 32, and she's one of the prominent coaches in the business. My own coach also retired because of this online business from her stable teaching job at age 41. Okay.
Yes.
So that's the one of the things that one can uh, set as a goal while doing the business, retire early instead of
Yeah.
like waiting for retirement age, right? So I would like to ask you about doing the business while still busy with your corporate job, and now that you are retired. I mean, although it's been a month, but then I would like to ask that somehow there's you can see some difference this time.
Okay. So for many years actually, Noy, the traditional path was simple, right? So you go to
Mhm,
school, you get a good job, you work
mhm,
hard and retire someday. And
mhm,
while there's absolutely nothing wrong with that. Many
Mm-hmm.
employees today are realizing that one source of income may no longer provide the flexibility, security, or options
Mm-hmm.
they want for the future.
Mm-hmm.
So that's why we're seeing more and more professionals, retirees, healthcare workers, teachers, and corporate employers exploring online business opportunities.
Mm-hmm.
The shift isn't necessarily because people want to quit their jobs tomorrow. In
Mm-hmm.
many cases, it's because they want choices. They want an additional income stream,
Mm-hmm.
more flexibility with their time, and a way to build something that can continue to grow even with their regular paycheck. So
Mm-hmm.
the digital world has opened doors that simply didn't exist years ago. So
Mm-hmm.
today people can learn new skills, connect with mentors, collaborate with others around the world, and
Mm-hmm.
build businesses right from their homes using just the laptop and an internet connections.
That's correct.
So
Mm-hmm.
what's interesting is that many of the skills employees already have, like
Mm-hmm.
communications, leadership, organization, problem solving, and
Mm-hmm.
teamwork, are the same skills that can help succeed in the online space.
That's correct.
And the
Mm-hmm.
biggest shift isn't just sometimes, it's not just the financial actually,
Mm-hmm.
it's a mindset shift because people now are beginning to realize that they don't have to rely on a single source of income. They're
Mm-hmm.
learning that it's possible to create options and build flexibility and take more
Correct.
control of their future. At the end
Mm-hmm.
of the day, this is not about replacing anyone's career. It's
Correct.
about creating opportunities and giving yourself more choices for the future, because in a world that is constantly changing,
Correct.
having options is one of the most valuable things we can build.
Mm-hmm. All right. So, how long have you been doing the business alongside your corporate job before you decided that it's time for me to retire?
It was around the time that I was already deciding to retire within the 2 year
Okay.
window. Yeah, so I said, oh, when I decided to join the digital business space, I see an opportunity and potential. And I
Mm-hmm.
said that, wow, this is good as an additional income stream when
Mm-hmm.
I retire. And so when I started this, I was in the early, well, in the beginning, I was learning and learning more, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then I got really comfortable in doing the business. And then I said, okay, I'm getting close to my retirement. I'm going this full time now. So here I am.
Okay. So, when you were first introduced to the business, like, what was your first impression of it?
I was a little bit taken aback
Okay.
because it's like it's too good to be true,
Mm-hmm.
right? And then it says like, no,
I,
there's
I,
no
I can
way.
I can agree to that. I can agree to that.
Yeah, especially when they give you all this, when they let you join the group that has all the successful members
Mm-hmm.
of the community. I
Mm-hmm.
was like, wow, really? No, no. But then
Mm-hmm.
I started like following these people,
Mm-hmm.
and I actually started communicating with these people
Mm-hmm.
and realizing, oh my God, it's real. It's real. It's true. So,
Mm-hmm.
but it's not, to all our viewers, this is not an overnight success.
Correct.
Okay. You
That's.
really need to work hard for it.
Mm-hmm.
And don't expect to say, okay, I'm joining. I want to be making money next week.
Yeah.
No, no.
That's not how it works.
You have to work hard for it, and
Mm-hmm.
just like everything else,
Mm-hmm.
you work your way up to the top.
Correct.
Okay, but
Mm-hmm.
there's a lot of, and it's to financially, yes, you have to do that, but For me right now, I'm more like enjoying it because the community is so amazing, and I get
Mhm.
to learn to meet a lot of people all over the globe, just like you,
Mhm. Oh,
right? No, we don't know each
it's like
other.
me also that I get to meet you through this business community.
Yeah, the
Mhm.
community is so amazing. And I actually I've been in the business for almost getting to 3 years now,
Okay. Mhm.
and I met some of the business partners last year in San Diego in the
Mhm.
convention, and it was so nice to meet with them. And
Mhm.
then this year, I went to out west. I met two of my business partners that are we're not in the same team, but we just collaborated online.
Mhm.
And
Mhm.
next thing you know, we're said, "Oh, I'm going to Calgary. Oh, I'm going to Edmonton," and we had to meet up. So it was
Mhm.
actually very nice that I get to meet up, and it's like we knew each other from before.
Oh, that's great. That's a great experience. You get to meet a lot of people. You get to experience a lot of new things.
Yeah,
Okay, and then going back to into what you said that at first you were kind of taken aback because it seemed to be too good to be true. But then again, you tried to reach out to people who have been in the business, all right? And that is part of learning in
yeah,
our business community. So you had that open mind to learn about the business, right?
mm-hmm.
What you did was reaching out to these people who have been in the business for quite some time, were much ahead of us. And of course, you got into the online trainings and all the coaches and everything, right? Until everything was made clear to you. And now you're,
Yes,
yes, right? Because at first, of course, everything will not be clear to us, right? Because the first
yes,
thing we need to do is to watch the free webinar, and it's only giving us enough information to learn about the best at the same time being able to figure it out if it's is it for me or not. Okay,
mm-hmm.
so the bottom
Correct,
line there is with that material that we can provide you, you still have your yourself to decide whether to move on to the next step or not, or to join in the business eventually or not. Okay, just like what Ying said, even if she was taken aback at first, she did her due diligence of learning by reaching out to people who have been in the business for quite some time, and got enlightened, of course, by these people. Besides the free trainings and coachings that we get from uh, our online business community. Okay,
correct.
so that's so great about this business because we are not doing this alone. Of course, every single
Yes,
one of us is responsible in putting the effort in growing our respective businesses, but we get the help, right? We get enlightenment from people ahead of us, from our coaches and mentors, and from the trainings that we get online, as well as the live sessions that we get on a regular basis. Okay,
correct.
so this alone, what we're doing right now, is a learning process for me and for Yang, right?
Yeah.
Yang.
Yes, I so agree. I so agree so
Mm,
much. I mean, everything you said is what actually is happening in the business. And
mhm,
to everyone who's watching us right now, there is nothing wrong in learning and being an open-minded.
mm,
You know, it's not, there's sometimes you say people don't want to try anything because they're scared, they're
yes.
skeptical,
Mhm,
there's a lot
mhm,
of fear. But you don't really know until you try something. It's just, if you look at it, if you analyze it, it's the same as like riding a bike. A lot of people would say, or driving a car, right?
yes.
For people who doesn't want to start driving because, oh, I can't drive, I'm not going to go in the highway, I can't
Mhm,
drive. But then you don't know until you try, right?
exactly. Mhm,
You know,
that's
because
exactly right.
you have to try it. And then, then if you it's something that like, oh, no, no, I'm too scared, I can't, then fine, you
Mhm,
don't do it, because but at least you've tried, right? So same goes with our business. To everyone, we
mhm,
have complimentary webinar that you can actually
Mhm.
register and just get some information only, no pressure, and you'll get all the a preview of what we do as a digital business. However, there's like
Mhm.
if you want to learn more in depth of what we do, there is a training, but there's a fee of 149 US
Mhm.
dollars, but it is 100% refundable if it's
Refundable, yeah.
something that
Mhm.
you would like to continue.
Right.
Sorry,
Thank you.
I did my promotion already, but
It's okay.
it just came out.
It's okay. Well, thank you so much, Yang. So let's get into the highlight of our conversation for tonight, which is I'm going to flash the question on the screen. So, Yang, many employees are starting to shift to online business. What is your take on this?
Well, like I mentioned a while ago,
Mhm.
there's a lot happening with in the world. Like people are now realizing that do that they need to be smart about their finances. They need to start
Mhm.
thinking of earning extra income stream, which
Mhm.
doesn't need to be physically in the workplace. You can do it
Mhm.
online and at your own schedule. Um, and because everything now is online, right?
Yes. Mhm.
Ever since pandemic, actually, there's so many remote work
Mhm.
being offered on LinkedIn and everywhere, but also um, there's never mind the actual profession, but
Mhm.
a lot of online businesses are available out there, and people
Mhm.
are getting a lot smarter in trying to take advantage of that because
Mhm.
they do need an extra income stream in their life, because not everyone makes, or not every company will give a pension for you
Mhm.
to retire. And even if they do give you a pension, it's not going to be enough. It's not
Yeah.
going to be enough. So you really need to do something, and it's like it's your plan B. That's what I'm trying to say.
Correct. Mhm.
Take a plan B so that you can be more comfortable when you retire. um, so for people that are shifting online, they're also some of them for financial reason. uh,
Mhm.
some of them are for other reasons, like personal growth
Mhm.
and freedom.
Correct.
There's so many other variables that they are actually that they are thinking, and now they're slowly starting to shift to online
Mhm.
business. And I can tell you right now, there are doctors, and most of them are medical field, like nurses,
Correct.
because
Mhm.
nurses are um, they work so hard. They work like 12 to 14-hour shift. That's a long time. That's a long time
Exactly.
of
Mhm.
shift, right? So when they actually spend more time in the hospital than the family, then you know what? It's not, yeah, okay, you make good money. It's good, yeah, but come on, you want to spend time with your family for sure. And and I'm saying that because it's not just it doesn't only apply to nurses, it applies to everyone. When
Mhm.
I first started my family, I was working two jobs. Okay.
Mhm.
I start at 7 in the morning.
It's
I
too early.
finish, yeah, and then I finish at 4, and then I have to start another job from 5, and ends at 9. And then so I have two little ones. My husband works night shift, so he looks after my kids in the during the daytime, although he
Mhm.
needs sleep. And then I come home late at night, the kids are already asleep, right? All I
Yeah.
do is
Mhm.
like make the meal for the following day and clean up the house, and then my husband
Mhm.
goes. So we're like, I'm in, he's out, and the kids doesn't see me. It was really struggle. It was such a struggle back in the day. So
Mhm.
at this, I really wish this online business have came a long time ago. Okay,
Yeah. Yeah.
that's my biggest regret, because I was so, what,
Mhm.
bakit ngayon lang kayo dumating, right?
Yeah.
Why, ba't noon hindi kayo
Mm,
numa-appear diyan?
mm,
So, I could have started long time ago. Kaya lang talagang siguro, I don't know, this was started, I think, this was not very popular the last 10 years, I would say. Pero,
you're excellent
um,
at that one.
y- yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, it was a
Mhm,
lot of struggle for a lot of people. And like
mhm,
I said, I'm not only referring to medical people, like, say, nurses and stuff, because
mhm,
I did go through struggle also when I was starting my family. Pero I know we passed that. We were able to pass that hump,
mhm,
and we're okay now. The kids are all older now, and so yeah, my take on that is that, like, people are all, because of this trending online business, people are getting
mhm.
smarter. They want their
Yeah.
freedom,
Mhm.
from these long hours of work, right? And yeah, I think that's all I can say about that.
All right. So going back into some of the things that you said, like you kind of regretted that you found the business like later on in life because you
Yeah,
could have enjoyed a lot of quality time with your family back then
correct,
when you were still raising your family
correct.
while busy at work when it could have you could have been introduced by this to this business on that
Yeah,
time and be able to work with the business and be able to somehow maybe retire earlier than now and spend more quality time with your
yeah,
family. But then again, there must be a reason to that because at this point in time, you were able to retire earlier than expected,
yeah,
right?
correct.
Okay, and then of course you're now retired and you're set for the future with
I,
your husband,
I
right?
am.
That's so great about it. And then my own take on this one is I think I noticed that jobs nowadays have become unpredictable, right? And I think as early as before retirement, if you are it's I think it's smart for anyone to start with their plan B or something that you can have for a side hustle like this online business because it's very doable. So that at least they can also plan for the future. They can also um, have an idea on what they're going to be doing with their family in the future and be able to achieve flexibility with your time and hopefully spend more time with your family,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
And then with unpredictability in the job, like I have heard about, I think you've also heard about it, and a lot of people have heard about a certain airline. I'm not going to mention it,
Okay.
right?
Yeah.
And it has existed for like more than 40 years, and then like for that long a time, it must have given a lot of stability on families, right?
Yes.
But then again, all of a sudden, 17,000 more or less employees become jobless because it closed,
Yes. Yes.
right? I mean,
Mm-hmm.
this is just one example, and we're not so sure. Like maybe a lot more of other uh, employers, we don't know, right? Some of them would let go of their employees for budget cuts,
Yeah.
things like that.
Correct.
So unpredictability of jobs have become noticeable nowadays. So this way, it is very smart for anyone to engage in something that's a plan B or a side hustle like this one. Okay.
Yes.
All right, guys. Yang, thank you so much for your very insightful sharing for tonight's live
No
chat with
worries.
me. I'm sure our audience must have been curious enough to learn about the business and must have learned a lot from you, from our conversation, and hoping that we'll be reaching out to either one of us, okay,
Mm-hmm.
to learn about the business. So, Yang, parting words to our audience. What would you like to tell them?
All right. So, okay, to everyone watching right now or who will be watching this replay, don't wait for change to force you to adopt. Start
Mhm,
learning, exploring, and creating options today. Remember, nothing changes if nothing changes. The
mhm.
future belongs to those who are willing to learn, grow, and embrace new possibilities. So, I hope to see you on the inside. You can register to any of our websites on the screen right now. Thank you.
Thank you, Yang. So to those who are still working, and if you're looking for a side hustle, or if you're someone who's near retirement and you're looking for some smart plan B, this is the one for you. Okay, you can reach out to me by just direct messaging me, or you can register in my your name and email address on my website. You can see on the screen, or you can reach out to Yang. Okay, that's how we do here. That's how we work in this business. We support each other. Okay. So before we end this live chat, Yang, I'm gonna have to shout out some people who are with us tonight, and it's Che Manzano, and Che is watching from Edmonton, Canada. So hello, Kuya Noy and Ate Yang. Right. So thank
Yeah.
you so much, Che, for being with us, for watching us tonight. So, to our audience, I'm sure you're learning a lot from us, and you can reach out to any one of us in the panel. Yang, thank you so much for tonight. Have a good
Thank
one,
you.
guys. Good night.
Thank you. Bye bye. Thanks for watching.
Bye.